Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Baloyi. As the cross-examination of Muzi Sibiya gets underway in the Pretoria High Court, one thing is becoming very clear: Muzi Sibiya's resilience. Muzi Sibiya is proving so resilient in the face of that cross-examination by Advocate George Baloyi, that Baloyi is just not achieving his objective. Take, for instance, the issue around his arrest on the 30th of May 2020. Muzi Sibiya is adamant that his arrest took place and it was executed by several police officers, contrary to the version that has been put by the state, that only some 3 police vehicles were there. So this is one of the ways in which Muzi Sibiya is fending off cross-examination by Advocate Baloyi to try and disprove his version concerning the circumstances surrounding his arrest. The other issue that Muzi Sibiya has successfully disposed of in the face of that questioning by Baloyi is that upon his arrest, he read his rights and he was never served with any warrant of arrest. So it is an uphill battle for Baloyi to try and cross-examine Muzi Sibiya. And Muzi Sibiya is simply standing his ground. Just take a listen to this.
Your version that so many police officers were involved in the execution of arrest cannot be true in light of the evidence of the state witnesses that only 3 police officers were involved.
Athi mshushisi uzothile inkulumo ayibuye ibike ngale ndlela elandelayo. Inkulumo yakho uyikhulumile ukuthi kade kumaphoyisa amaningi la afika ngesikhathi wena kuboshwa ngaso noma ngenkathi kade uboshwa ngaso ukuthi ayikho leyo nkulumo leyo futhi angeke kuze kube into nje ekhona. Noma mhlawumbe amanga nje lawo kuphela. Kepha uma ngaba yena ebuka ngokuhlangothi lofakazi bezombuso kade kuwamaphoyisa 3 nje kuphela kade akhona ngesikhathi lesi wona boboshwa.
Ngizocela umshushisi awungekho mangiboshwa and ngiyacela ukuthi ungathathi ukuthi isayidi, ngicela ukuthi obo i-court officer ube straight ube neutral, ungathi ngiqamba amanga kulokho engushoyo.
I'd like to ask you, my lord, not to say what you have just said simply because of you were not present during my arrest, and please do not take sides. Just be a neutral person.
Yes, I'm putting to you. Sorry.
Ukuthi ngaboshwa amaphoyisa amaningi ngeyidate zika May 2020 ngiqinisile, and namanje ngiyohlala ngisho ukuthi amaphoyisa ayengibopha ayemaningi ngo May 30, 2020.
To say that I was arrested by a lot of police officers, members, on the 30th of May 2020, it is true, and I will forever say it.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I'm putting the state's version to you.
Athi manje kutshela ngenkulumo ehlangothi labashushisi. Kodwa ihlangothi ke lozombuso.
Kodwa hayi ukuthi uthi nginamanga.
But then not to say that what I am saying it's lies.
No. I said that version is implausible. It cannot be true in light when it is compared to the state's version.
Athi akashiyo lokuthi unamanga, kepha uthi inkulumo yakho ke inkulumo engekho mhlambi ke engeke ibe khona, ngoba uma ibuka ke inkulumo eqhamuke noma elivezwe abufakazi bezombuso, le nkulumo yakho nale nkulumo yobufakazi bezombuso ayihambisani.
Now you've just
ingoba bakhuluma inkulumo engekho labo fakazi bezombuso.
It is because of those are state witnesses. They are saying things which are not true.
Okay. Now, you've just mentioned that or during cross-examination by Mr. Musipili, you mentioned that you were not given a copy of the warrant and that it was also not read out to you. Is that correct?
But manje kodwa uthi ngesikhathi esamaphoyisa ade akubopha ngaso bakaze bayikhiphe-ke incwadi kade iphuma enkantolo ethi wena kumele amaphoyisa acinge bese akuthole akubophe incwadi bathi warrant of arrest futhi abakaze bakufundele incwadi leyo.
Cha.
No.
Are you saying that they just arrested you without any explanation to you as to why you were being arrested?
Manje umbuzo athi umshushisi ngabe bona-ke bakubopha nje kuphela bengakushilo izathu noma bengayishilo izathu zikungani kade uboshwa?
Le ndlela le ngiyibeke ngayo ukuthi ngaboshwa kanjani ngoba ade ngila enkantolo nje indlela okwenzakala ngayo akaze beze bengikhombisa indaba zamaphepha akaze beze bengitshela ukuthi bangibophelani bathe uma befika elithabo ila bangibuza khona ngokufa kwasenzo MEYIWA bengishaya.
During my arrest, they did not show me any letter nor any note, and they did not read out anything to me. What I have said before this court, it is what happened, it is how it happened. And when we arrived at Litabong, it was only then that they asked me as to what is it that I know about the death of the deceased. And then after I have responded to them by saying that I know nothing about the death of the deceased, that is when they then started to assault me.
But, so your version is that there when you were arrested, no explanation was proffered as to the reason for your arrest?
Umshushisi manje into ayibuzayo ithi ngesikhathi amaphoyisa kade ekubopha abakaze bakunike izathu ukuthi kungani kade bekubopha namhlanje bakufundele into ekade ibhaliwe.
Cha.
No.
No reason.
Yes.
Not explanation. An explanation comes after. Actually, there's some interchange.
Yes. Yes, no, as the court pleases. Mr. Ramusepule then put the following proposition that after your arrest, you were forced to go to where you rented a place with your uncle in Tembisa. Is that correct?
But
Just a clarification. I don't know. The state keeping according to Mr. Ramusipili, is it when now you tried in a trial or when Mr. Ramusipili was cross-examining him after his evidence? I just need to follow properly.
My Lord, I said at the beginning that this is a version that was put to Ms. Zandi Kumalo when she testified.
athi umshushisi inkulumo eyakhulunywa umnumzana Ramusipili kade akumele njengommeli wakho ile landelayo bathi wena ngemuva ukuthi amaphoyisa akubopha lapha ke ngade bekubophe bekade uboshelwe kuyona bakuthatha bakunikisa kulwa muzi kade uhlala kona ke nomalume umuzi wakhona la umalume wakho kade aqashe kuwona.
I've given the page references. It's page 64 during the proceedings of the 20th of July 2023. From line 19, where Mr. Ramusepili says, I'm indebted, my Lord. He was just correcting a small thing, that all of these police vehicles, amongst them, the only one that was marked was the Ekurhuleni Metro Police car. And this is the sentence that we are quoting. From there, he was forced to go to where he resided with his uncle at the rented place in Tembisa.
Bekafunda kumshushiso la umnumzana Ramusipili bekathi khona kuyabonga kwinkantolo kwinkosi yenkantolo mhlawumbe kwinkantolo bese wathi nakade wenza ke isilungiso nje kuphela sento encane etshela inkantolo la wathi wena ke imoto zonkana lezi amaphoyisa kade zikhona ngesikhathi lesiboboshwa eyodwa vo imoto kade ibhaliwe noma iqaphwe khona ile laphana imoto yabasebenzi base Ekurhuleni Metro Police iyo nje kuphela bathi ngemuva kwalokho bese wona ke waphoqwa no bakufosa ukuthi uhambeke uye kumuzi la umalume wakho baqashe khona ngaphansi kwendawo yaseThembisa.
Cela ukuyicacisa mina indaba yokuboshwa kwami njengoba na kwi-trial in the trial ngaye ngicacisile namanje ngoba kade ngiqeda ukuba kwi-trial kade ngiyilokhu ngiyicacisile.
I would like to explain the issue pertaining to my arrest just like as I had explained it earlier on during my trial, within a trial, and even now as I am standing here before the main trial, I would like to explain it further.
Yes, you've already, Mr. Sibiya, you've already given an.
And to a certain extent, Judge Rata Mkhwatling agrees with Muzi Sibiya, because you might have heard in that clip that Judge Rata says the explanation came after that interchange, after that interaction with him. In other words, his rights were explained, perhaps if they were ever explained, after some interchange with the police, which in itself is an irregularity, because that interchange must come before the police engage a suspect. In other words, the police, when they reach a suspect or when they reached Muzi Sibiya in this instance, they should have, explained his rights to him. They should explain the warrant to him, what the warrant was all about, and they should have explained or put charges to him, and to also explain his rights in terms of the law. But according to Muzi Sibiya, he was simply, bundled by the police, and at a later stage was being asked about what he knew about the death of Senzo MEYIWA, and that is when the assaults then began. So these are very interesting days in the Senzo MEYIWA trial in the Pretoria High Court, and Muzi Sibiya, like I said in my opener, is proving very resilient in the face of that cross-examination by advocate Baloyi. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the views and subscriptions that I'm seeing, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.